Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to show you how to cook this Blue Apron recipe that came in the mail. It's pesto pasta. I'm going to show you step by step. Here's the end result. It tastes absolutely delicious. Okay, so if you look at the recipe, it's going to show you what comes with what you need, the ingredients for this recipe. And on the bag, on the knick-knack bags, it says pesto pasta. Okay, so after opening the knick-knack bags, they come pre-packaged, and this is the exact amount you need for the recipe. So you don't have to do any measuring. You don't have to measure out. You need to put in exactly what you have here. Today we're going to cook the Blue Apron pesto pasta. I did a video earlier. I showed you all the ingredients that come in, and now we're actually going to cook it according to the recipe. Okay, so we're not the best cooks, but we are learning how to be better cooks because the instructions are written very well. It shows you how to cook the things in very specific detail. So if you're not a really excellent cook, you could learn to be a good cook with these recipes. We're learning how to cook with a lot of different foods that we've never used before and different techniques of cooking food. Okay, step one was to get the salt water boiling, and you're supposed to cover it while it's getting ready to boil. Okay, so we have the zucchini and we sliced it. So we thinly sliced the scallions and we separated the tops from the bottoms. Okay, so we cut the tomatoes in half and drizzled them with olive oil. Now, it did not come with olive oil. We had to provide our own olive oil. And we had to put some salt and pepper on them. They don't give you the salt and pepper either. Okay, so they want you to separate, once the water comes to a boil, they want you to separate the pasta out and add it to the boiling water. Okay, make sure you take the lid off after you put the noodles in or it will boil all over. Okay, so we like to add a little bit of cooking spray oil to the top of the boiling water so it helps prevent it from boiling over. Okay, so the peppers came in a container. It says to roughly chop the peppers. Okay, so in a medium pan, drizzle a little bit of olive oil and put it on medium heat. Okay, so you're supposed to put the zucchini in and lay it down in a layer like that. Okay, so keep an eye on the noodles. When the noodles are done, you're supposed to keep a quarter cup of the water. Okay, so take some of the water that was cooking the noodles and pour it into a container. Okay, you only need a quarter cup. Okay, so drain the rest of the water out of the noodles and then return the noodles to the pan. Okay, so we should have used a little bit bigger pan. They want the zucchini all on the bottom of the pan, and you're supposed to cook it for 2 to 3 minutes or until it's lightly brown. Yeah, they don't want you to stir it a bunch. Okay, so we had to move it to a bigger pan, and we've got all of it touching the surface of the pan, and we're not going to touch it and let it get brown. Okay, so we add first the white bottoms of the scallions. We're not going to be adding any of the crushed red pepper flakes. We don't like spicy food, and these are a little spicy. Add a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, so once the zucchini is all cooked and browned, so we're going to add the peppers and the tomatoes to the bowl that has the noodles. We're going to keep the tops for adding to the top of the dish. And so you're going to add the quarter cup of the water that was used for cooking the noodles. And you're going to add the mascarpone and this stuff. We're going to add the pesto. Okay, so turn your burner on for medium for the noodles. Add your liquid. Okay, so add the zucchini that you cooked up. And you only add half of the liquid that you used to cook the noodles with. Okay, so you only use half of that reserved cooking water. Now the tomatoes, and we're going to add the rest of the peppers. Okay, we're going to add the mascarpone. Okay, so now I added the pesto. All the ingredients are installed. Now you want to give it a good stir. Okay, so the only two ingredients you're going to have left over is the grated Parmesan cheese and the tops of the scallions. Okay, so we had to turn the heat down. It was cooking pretty good. We've got it stirred in there nice and good. Okay, so we added the tops of the scallions and the Parmesan cheese. This is 1 serving. You still have quite a bit left in the pot. And again, this is pesto pasta from Blue Apron. Okay, so I just tasted some. It tastes really good. Thanks everybody for watching.